Boston, I can't get you out of my mind. I was very lucky to have done a cooking demonstration and book signing this week at Whole Foods in Naples, Florida, but I was not lucky to have it happen a few days after the attack of the Boston Marathon. Whole Foods, like many TV stations and businesses I've worked at over decades, have a policy that after a big national crisis like this, they go silent. Understandably, they don't want to be perceived as trivial or disrespectful, promoting events in the shadow of tragedy and suffering. So I was on my own to promote the event on my social media sites, and out of respect, I too laid low. As I've mentioned, I do understand this, and yet I thought as a result, don't the terrorists kind of win? By not promoting the valuable information offered at my event and others, people don't get informed and don't know how much a plant-based diet can help improve their health and their emotional health as well as their physical health. Studies show that vegans, those who don't eat any animal products, suffer less from depression and are just in a better state of mind. It seems to make sense. You don't have to think about slaughtering or abusing an animal for your own benefit. Or you don't have to think about what someone else had to do to get that animal food on your plate 3 times a day. More than that, you don't have rotting flesh or decaying animal product in your digestive system or floating through your blood and organs. The whole process of killing or abusing an animal for human consumption plays out in so many ways. I have no idea if the accused terrorists in Boston were meat eaters or not, but I do know that when you start thinking about how animals are killed, even if humanely, to get onto our plates, it can be pretty disturbing. Eating plants instead of animals seems to be a much more peaceful approach to the world. Some cultures of the world that are vegetarian or vegan take it a step further, practicing compassion and peacefulness in a spiritual sense as well. There's a huge interest in vegan eating among those who practice yoga. I think this isn't any accident. I believe that if the world ate more compassionately on a plant-based diet, perhaps there would be less violence. Perhaps there would not be so much anger and violence that plays out in our streets daily. Perhaps we would understand that suffering and pain can be avoided if we connect with the earth and all of the animals who have a right to live here just as we do. As we struggle to make sense of how two supposedly really nice brothers could be so radicalized and turn against a country that offered them warmth and shelter from an otherwise hostile environment that they grew up in, let us ask the question, how do we prevent this in the future? How can we live more compassionately in this world so that no one, anywhere, can ever believe that brutally murdering any animal, human or otherwise, is okay? Maybe it's not as easy as saying that if the whole world ate vegan, these problems wouldn't exist. But at least we can try to solve real problems like hunger, thirst, and eliminating suffering in every corner of the earth so that these things don't happen in the future.